106.7 WTLC. This is Karen Vaughn, and today we're talking to a friend of the show. Matter of fact, family of the show. You hear him every morning with our girl Erica Campbell on our sister station, Praise Indie. Griff is joining us today to talk about his new audiobook. How you feeling today, Griff?
KV, what's cracking? It's the blessed day ever. Thank you for having me.
Your book, Cats and Puppies, is now an audiobook. Tell everybody about Cats and Puppies and what drew you to write this book, because it's not what you think, everyone.
I know, exactly. So in 2012, I wrote this book for moms raising sons from the perspective of a son raised by his 16-year-old mother. And while I was writing a book, I got an analogy and found out that if a cat has kittens and a dog has puppies, and if anything happens to that dog, within an hour, that cat can raise those puppies as its own. But then I started laughing at myself thinking, but when the puppy grew up, all the cat could do is tell it things it saw dogs do. So just like men are from Mars, women are from Venus, that was my analogy I used with the book and called it Cats and Puppies. This is not a book about animals. And what we did, fast forward to 2026, I got super producer, Grammy-nominated Teddy P, Stellar Award winner, to do a score under my narration to bring the book alive. And my mother does the foreword. And KV, if you can get past the foreword, you're going to have a great listen.
Let me tell you, that was my next question I wanted to talk to you about. Your mother's foreword is so powerful. I don't want to give it away. It will pull at you emotionally because everything that she is talking about, and in the beginning, she does it with one word. You feel connected to every single word she has said, whether you are a mom or whether you are a child, because you know your mother was going through it, right? So when you heard her foreword, how did you feel?
It's always been tough for me to even read the foreword because here's my mom telling the world about me, you know, and it's so heartfelt. And I hear, when I listen to the foreword, a 15-year-old girl that grew up and is now looking back at what she did in all those years. And, you know, this book is not just for moms raising sons. This book is also for a 12-year-old boy going through adolescence that's being raised by a single mom. This book is for a man that, you know, had his mom in his life and really get to think back and laugh at some of the great experiences they had. And also for grandma to pass this along to her grandbabies. You know, I wrote the book it's a love story for my mom, but it really turned into something really special, KV. And I'm excited for people to go out and download Cats and Puppies. This is not a book about animals. You can go to my website, 2trillion.com, the number 2, the word trillion.com, and just click on download the audiobook. I'm geek, KV.
I'm geek for you, and I'm going to tell you, your mom said something that now I'm going to say to my son every single day. And I want to know, how did that help you in your day-to-day life when you woke up every day? Because hearing a mother say to their child, head to the sky, get your star, there's one with your name on it. And you went and you snatched that star, Griff.
It's tough to not be emotional just to hear you say that, because, I mean, here's this lady that fought through welfare and made sure her children never went to jail, her 3 sons out of L.A. She did it. I am her legacy in real life. I did it for my mom, you know, and to be able to see it in real time and watch her come to Indianapolis and go to events at the radio station and watch her come to Atlanta and come like she's walking in her latter years that God has promised for all of us.
From what she poured into you and you listened intently. And while you were writing the book, let me ask you, was there a specific moment or situation where you said, yeah, I need to get this out?
Well, I think the whole time I wrote the book, my mom first of all, my mother is the funniest human being in the world. I don't know. I'm a comedian of 31 years, 2 weeks, and 6 days, and I don't know one comedian funnier than that lady. But I also know her resilience and her hard love for her first son. You know, I'm her firstborn son. I'm her everything. And here you are, 15. Can you imagine, KB, your daughter coming home at 15 and saying she's pregnant? At least now we got all these programs you can go through and different options and things you can do. But back then, she was just out there. And look at me, KB. You are my testimony of my mom. How about that?
Aw, you just being so vulnerable and open about your story and your mom being vulnerable and open. You've helped so many people with this book, but now with the audio piece, listening to it in your car as you're taking your kid to school, or you just need a moment, right? If you need to put your earbuds in while you're at work to listen to the audiobook because you need a little oomph, you need a little inspiration, you're going to get it. So there's so many people that are going to be inspired themselves when they're feeling as if the world is going to stop because it's not moving the way they need it to move. Listen, we have over 600,000 Black women that lost their jobs in the last year, right?
Exactly.
Everybody needs some type of inspiration and motivation and upliftment, and you are doing it with your book and your audiobook. So if anyone picks up this book, what is the one thing that you hope that they walk away from feeling or understanding about themselves when they finish?
Everything starts as a seed, and what you do to that seed, how you fertilize that seed, how you keep that seed dark, how that seed catches sun, how that seed maybe won't grow. Eventually, it will grow into exactly what you knew it would. You just have to keep the faith.
Yeah, keep the faith. And I'm going to tell you one thing about keeping the faith and restoring everyone. You do that on the One Voyage cruise with Ship Church. So we're going to have a bit of this audiobook on the cruise.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Ship Church, first of all, go to OneVoyageCruise.com
and get your cabin.
Yes, get your cabin. The fun KV and I had with the Naptown listeners was unbelievable. Ship Church is life-changing in the best way. It's nothing what you think. Just like my book, Cats and Puppies, this is not a book about animals.
It's a book about people and working through life's challenges and life's wins. Am I right?
You spot on. And KB, you remind me so much of my mom and your tenacity and your work ethic. So I love you, lady.
Love you more, Griff. You know I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Everybody download Griff's book. You don't want to miss it. Cats and Puppies. I'm telling you, you will absolutely love it. And where can everyone find you and connect with you, Griff, and download the book?
I'm at 2 trillion on everything. The number 2 and the word trillion. You know how I get down, and I hit you back. Hit me and hit me back. And if you get the book, please leave a review for me and my mom. Thank you, guys.
Love you, Griff.
Love you more.